What's up, superheroes? Superman out of 100 here. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. I almost forgot the date. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and that was on the 25th. So today's the 26th. Yes, I'm right. And it's been a little over a month since my last vlog, since my last life update. But that's kind of how I said it was going to be with the life updates or vlogs from me on this channel from now on. Just kind of like once a month, be more behind the scenes and focus more on the other stuff. I got some pinpoints that I want to get to in this video. The first one is just my life, what's going on with me, what's going on in the world, or in my world at least. Things are okay. It could be better. Some days are good, some days are stressful. Some days I just want to fucking run away and hide and hope nobody finds me. Yeah, that's just how I've been feeling. Not all the time. Like I said, some days are good, some days are stressful, some days I just kind of want to disappear for a little bit. Not fully, not entirely. Just for a little bit. Sometimes it's nice to do this. Just go outside and clear my head a little bit. I don't know why it's so bright behind me. I tried to fix that, but I guess it's still a problem. I don't know. I've been going to a program, an adult daycare in South Amboy that I've been going to since March. And it's been relatively nice. It gets me out of the house for a couple hours. Some days there's usually a van or a bus that picks me up from anywhere between, like, sometimes they'll come at like 8:30, sometimes it'll be like 9 or 9:30. Sometimes if one or two of the drivers are out, then they have to kind of scramble to get people out to the different locations. So sometimes it'll be a little later, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I'm there until about 2:30. They give you breakfast, lunch. We play bingo. There's a pool table in the back. There's a quiet room for people that kind of want to just go back there and sit down and just have a quiet time for a little bit. They want to take a nap, which I've done that before already. sometimes we go on little trips. You know, we've gone to like a Chinese buffet uh, every day. There's like 1 or 2 vans that'll take us to Walmart or Dollar Tree or ShopRite or wherever we want to go. They'll take us. This past Friday, we went to the thrift store. Just last month, we all went to the arcade. Had some fun. We went to the Indian Temple a couple of weeks ago, and that was beautiful. That was just absolutely beautiful. I'm very glad that I got to experience that and experience kind of a different culture. We didn't go inside. We did go inside for some of us to use the bathroom, but because we didn't have a lot of time, we pretty much stayed outside the whole time. We were told that the next time we go, that we'll go inside and see more of it. We made an attempt, I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, to go to the movies to see the new Michael Jackson movie. That didn't go too well. I won't explain why it didn't go well, but it didn't go too well. But yeah, it's fun. Gets me out of the house. We get to do things. They have a little mini Nintendo there with a bunch of built-in games. They also have a Wii, a Nintendo Wii. So I'm not always bored. I'm not always stuck in the house like I used to be. It really helped. It really helps to kind of lift me up throughout the days. Sometimes when I'm just having like a bad day. But my biggest struggle is waking up early. I wake up at about 6 a.m. because every morning I feed my cats and I scoop the litter boxes and do stuff like that. So my biggest struggle is waking up early. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes the alarm wakes me up and then I fall back to sleep. And then I wake up and it's like 7:30 and I'm like, fuck, I don't have enough time to do anything. So I gotta get up and kind of scramble, feed my cats real quick, save the litter boxes for when I get home. Shit like that. I always take a nap when I get home. That's why if I look kind of tired right now, it's because I had just woken up from a nap and decided that I wanted to come outside for a little bit. Hold on, there's something I gotta do real quick, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a phone call real quick. Walking past my house right now. I don't want my mom to think I'm talking to myself, so I'm gonna be quiet until I'm done. Should have left my AC on. Fuck. Anyway, no matter. My mom and my sister have their ACs on, so it shouldn't be too bad. Sorry, my mouth feels very dry for some reason. That's why I keep doing that. Anyway, well, that's enough about me. In the world of pro wrestling, we got Clash in Italy coming up this Sunday. Looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. I think the first ever pay-per-view from Italy, if not the first ever, the first one in many years. Got some big matches. Got Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. The rematch from Backlash, Tribal Combat for the World Heavyweight title. We got the Undisputed title, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. We got a rematch from WrestleMania. The WWE Women's Championship, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. What else is there? There's one other one I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, we got Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca for the women's IC title. If that one's even still happening, because I hear right now that Sol Ruca's injured. So I guess we'll wait and see how that goes. Maybe it leads to something bigger than that. I don't know. We got the biggest match on the card. When we thought he was done, we thought he was over. He left his boots in the ring at WrestleMania. We thought he called it a career. We thought he was retired. We thought he was finished. And then he pulled that big flip on us last week on Raw. Brock Lesnar is back. The big rematch from WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. And that match I know is going to be massive. We also got Noches de los Grandes. Hope I said that right. Coming up this Saturday for AAA. We got Mask versus Mask. There's a guy over there working. I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking to them. That's happened a lot. So we got El Grande Americano versus the OG El Grande Americano. Mask versus Mask. Which, for those of you who follow and know and are really big into the art of Mexican luchador wrestling and the culture, sorry, I just tripped. The culture, you know that the mask is a big part of who they are. You know, it's their identity. It's the one thing that makes them unique. So to lose that identity and the one thing that you're known for, your mask. No, it's a very high stakes type of match. You know, the winner gets to keep their mask, and the loser has to suffer the loss of defeat and remove their mask pretty much forever, and lose their identity, and kind of have to find something new in a way. So that's this Saturday. Definitely looking forward to that one. That poor girl. There was a girl that just said hi to me. She looked back for a second, like she was scared. I guess she thought I was following her. Fuck. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm doing that. That's something I would never do. Because a lot of times being followed leads to other things. Leads to getting kidnapped and killed. And I would never do that to anybody. So that's what's happening in wrestling. One last thing I want to touch on is this damn weather. Jersey weather has been bipolar as fuck. Oh, one last thing I want to touch on for wrestling. For those of you who don't know the times, at least for when they start here on the East Coast, AAA Noches de los Grandes starts this Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Eastern time. It'll be live on WWE's YouTube channel. For the people in the United States, at least. It'll be on Fox in Latin America, but it'll be on YouTube for the people in the States. Clash in Italy starts Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then we got Monday Night Raw from Italy, which starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And the start of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. Which I didn't even know that they were going to be doing the King and Queen of the Ring stuff this year. I knew they had to have at least got to do something, because SummerSlam isn't until the beginning of August. Money in the Bank's not till fucking September. So, I had the fans kind of confused of like, what the fuck is gonna happen between June and July, you know? My guess is this tournament will take place throughout June, and then the actual event takes place either towards the end of June or beginning of July. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I know the way it works is there's always like two people representing their respective brands. So there'll be like from one person from Raw and one person from SmackDown. Then into the finals, and then they have the final match at the pay-per-view, and whoever becomes the king or queen wins a title match for that brand's title at SummerSlam. So like if somebody from Raw becomes king, they get the World Heavyweight Championship. Or if somebody from SmackDown becomes king, they get the Undisputed Championship, or at least an opportunity. Same thing for the women. If somebody from Raw becomes the queen, they get an opportunity at the Women's World Championship. If somebody from SmackDown becomes queen, they get an opportunity at the Undisputed Women's Championship, or the WWE Women's Championship. The one thing I'm worried about is that it starts at 2 p.m. and I'm worried I might not be home on time. I'm worried I might still be in my program on my way out. When it starts. And I never watch it live if I missed I never watch the episode live if I miss the first 15 or 20 minutes. If I've ever missed the first 5 minutes, then that's a different story, because there's usually never really a match right at the beginning of the show. It's usually always just somebody talking, cutting a promo or doing whatever. So I know I'm not missing much. But if I'm missing the first 15 or 20 minutes of the show, then I know I'm already missing either the first match or the first couple of matches on the show. Then there's really no point in watching it live at that point if you've already missed so much. So if that's the case, most likely I'll just have to wait until the show is over and then watch it. It won't be live, but I'll still be able to watch it because Netflix keeps all the episodes in order on their app anyway. So if I miss too much of it, I'll just have to wait until it finishes and then watch it when it's over. Now back to the weather. Yeah. Hold on, you can't see me. Or maybe you can. I can't see my screen. Yeah, this weather has been bipolar as fuck. It's been all over the place. Just last week we had days that were well into the 90s, close to 100 at some days. And then the one final day, we had one day that was like 95. And then the next day it went right back into being like 62, and then 57, and then 64. And today I think it's like 79. And then it's going up to like 82 and then 88. And we also had a lot of rain over the weekend. Like yesterday, Memorial Day, was a shitty day. It rained a lot. At least during the afternoon it did. Towards the evening it cleared up and it was all right. But yeah, the weekend was just disgusting. We had a power outage a couple days ago. Power was out for like 35, 40 minutes. I was literally in my kitchen making dinner. I was making mac and cheese. And I made mac and cheese with tuna fish. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I've heard a lot of other people make it as well. And I like it. So I was literally like just getting ready to add, I was stirring the mayonnaise into the tuna fish. I was just getting ready to add it to my pot of mac and cheese. And right as I was about to scoop it all out, all the power went out. Like the whole complex went out. And then like it got really windy and all that stuff, and like "40 some odd minutes later it all came back on, and then it was pouring outside. Yeah, this weather has been jumping all over the place. I don't get it. I also don't understand how it could get so hot so early, because it's not even summer yet. It's still spring. We have what, at least a month or less than a month now till summer starts. June 21st, first day of summer. But that's it for today. A little bit longer than I expected, but a little bit of a longer vlog for you guys today. I'm gonna start work on part 5 of the Complete Psycho series tonight, and that should be up within the next couple of days. Those videos are going to start getting longer because I'm at a point now where the videos within the Psycho series are starting to get longer. So I think we're at the point where Jesse was doing like 2 videos a day. I'm at the part right now where I just completed the portion where he broke into the house to get some of his video games, and then Psycho Dad cut off the electricity in the garage in the Morton building, so that he had to go and get the generator from his neighbor. And he got fed up with using the generator, so he decided he was going to say fuck it and use the electricity in the garage anyway. And then the aftermath of that was Psycho Dad destroying the tent. Right now I'm at the part where from being where he was at Eagles Landing into his friend Zach's house, and then going into Juliet's house, and then eventually he winds up with Uncle Larry, and then back to his house. It won't be all in this next part, but that's where we're leading towards now. So thank you guys for watching. If you like, subscribe, please do. If you don't want to, of course you don't have to. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for always tuning in. You guys are the best, but you already know that. I love each and every single one of you, and I'll see you guys next time.